Okay everyone, my name is Dr. Davidson. In this video, I am going to talk to you young folks who want to get into business, or you are in business and you want to grow your business and wanting to learn from my experiences over the last 30 some years in business world, or professionals like myself who have been in the professional world and want to learn from my experiences. So I'm going to share some of those experiences in terms of my experiences dealing with other business owners, professionals, interaction with others, and what I've learned, okay? One things that, for example, from my experience today happens is that, people sometimes disappoint you, and happens from time to time. What happens is you got to learn from your experience of who people are and categorize them based on your experiences. Those who are your real friends, those that you can count on, those who pretend to be your friend but you can never count on, and those who really are not your friend, you cannot count on, and in fact, you better watch out for. And the challenge is those people who are in the middle category, those who pretend to be your friends, you think they're your friends, and then when it comes time when you actually need their help, they turn their back on you. And here all along you thought they were your friends, you counted on them, and the last minute they turned their back. And all along you've been helping them, you've been supporting them, you've been available to them, you've been giving to them, they've been taking and they're fine. So in the taking department, they've always been your friend. But in the moment that you need them, they're not. It's fine. As long as you expect nothing from anyone, you expect that at any given moment that you ask anyone for help, they may be one of those guys, and you prepare for it ahead of time, you'll be fine. Never count on anyone else to be the savior, to be there for you in order for you to survive, even if you have a written contract, unfortunately. Because at any given moment, that may not pan out. So if you are putting your eggs in that basket and you think that, okay, now I am going to do this and I'm going to rely on this, and based on this, I'm going to, put all my eggs in this basket and hope for the best and do nothing else to prepare, for the next plan, you may be disappointed. So have a plan B, plan C, plan D, right? Always have your plans ahead of time, and be prepared that those guys that may be your friends, quote unquote, may not come through. And you never know. Because a lot of times those guys that are your friends, when it comes down to it, you are going to learn who your friends are. Here's the test of time, okay? Oh, two tests. Really true friends are tested by two tests, vocabulary. One is test of time. I say true friends are tested by two tests. Test of time, meaning over course of time, you'll learn who your real friends are. Okay? You can't find who your friend is in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 months, a year. In 20 years, you know who your friends are usually. 25 years. You know the course of time who your friends are. because so many things happen, and if they've still been through the thick and thin with you, and you've been there for them, then you can say, okay, you know what, throughout my lifetime, these many years, ups and downs, we've been through thick and thin together, and these are really our friends, okay? So that's test of time. The second thing is, when the odds are against you, when the chips are down, those guys that stand by you during those times, those obviously are your friends. Not when everything is great, when going is great, everybody wants to be around you, right? So who stays with you during the tough times? And that's a test. It's a good test. And in fact, sometimes we don't have a downtime, and we have a whole lot of people around us for many, many, many years. And so when you are having a challenge or challenging times, it may be that God is giving you an opportunity to really learn who your friends are. And it's a very valuable thing to actually have the opportunity to learn, to know who your real friends are. And you'll be surprised, even close friends and family too, that you thought you really could count on. You'll find out, unfortunately. And one other factor is, when your interests and their interests are in conflict, again, when your interests and their interests are in conflict, what's good for you is the opposite of what's good for them. Are they going to back off and let you have your way to your benefit? Would they back off and let you have your way to your interest, yield to your interest? Or are they going to say, you know what, forget you. What's important is my interest. So you know your friends truly when your interests and their interests are in conflict, and they're willing to yield to your interests. For example, you're doing a deal, a business deal, and your interests and their interests are in conflict, and it's a matter of 10 grand, $10,000. They're willing to yield. Or say, okay, you can have your way. I don't care. Money is not that important. Our friendship is more valuable, right? Or it's not even a matter of you guys doing a deal. You're just in a situation, maybe outside, maybe a party, maybe you're outside, you meet a girl, the two of you. Okay, you want to dance, whatever. And it's like, wow, she's beautiful. And you both want to go ask her, to a dance, right? It's just as a stupid example, for example, right? For you young folks. Oh, you know what? Okay, you go ahead. Yeah, right? All right. You know what? Our friendship is more important than a dance, right? So, any kind of those kinds of things, as simple as that, all the way up to, a business where you are willing to yield to that friend of yours, say, you know what, I could go and buy this business, or you can go buy this business. It's an opportunity of a lifetime, but you know what, I love you enough to give you the chance to have this business, and I yield back. It's happened to me. There was an opportunity. A doctor was retiring. He was a dermatologist and a cosmetic dermatologist. I was a cosmetic surgeon. He had a great practice in Beverly Hills. I had a friend who was a dermatologist, cosmetic dermatologist. I was a cosmetic surgeon. He said, you know what, doc? We're friends. Would you let me buy the practice? Because I do derm also, plus cosmetic. You don't do derm. I know we both will be making a whole lot of money from this practice, but if I buy this practice, I also get the derm side. You buy this practice, you only get the cosmetic, you'll probably not gonna take care of the derm and let the derm go to some other doctor. Would you let me buy the practice? I know you'll be losing a whole lot of money doing that. I said, you know what? I will, doc. I'll let you buy that, and I'll just step back. I yield to you. So I did. He bought the practice. In fact, he became one of the best, most successful dermatologists in Beverly Hills because of that. And I'll tell you a story about that, okay? Years later, his sister, an attorney who knew about that, met me in a courthouse and said, doctor, I know of you and what you did for my brother. And I got paid back. Okay, so what you do for someone, you get paid back in some other way, somehow. And I didn't expect to get paid back, by the way. I just did that because I just did that. But if you don't get paid back directly, indirectly, even through the family, you will get it back through him. But the point of it is that that's true test of friendship, right? So yielding to the interest of your friend, because that's when you know someone is really your friend, and you yield to the interest of your friend. On the contrary, I have someone very close to me by relationship. The man is a multi-millionaire. He could retire now, do no more work. His children, grandchildren, grandchildren don't need to work, and he'll be fine forever. That's how rich he is, right? I asked him a question, how do you do so and so, can you coach me? He said, well, if I coach you, you're going to learn, and then you start making money, and then it's going to be like, and then I may have a competition. No, I'm not going to coach you. I said, doctor, first of all, you got more money than God. Second, even if I start learning, you got a 35-year head start. Third, by the time I learn, you're 80 or something, whatever. Fourth, so what? It's not like there's a deficiency in this universe of blessings. Fourth, our connection, we're even blood connected, very close. You even have an obligation to teach me. That's how close we are in terms of blood connection. Sixth, for you even to say that makes me doubt that you even are my friend, let alone relative. I don't even want you to teach me anything at this point. You understand? So when people teach you and tell you who they are, believe them the first time. And so you have people who wholeheartedly, even when they don't know you, they try to be good and teach you, coach you, share everything they know, no strings attached. Like you have so many people on YouTube doing that. They don't even know you, right? They want you to be successful. Period. They want nothing back from you. And then you have people who are so protective of their own turf and their own knowledge, as if they share something with you and you got ahead, they'll fall behind. So don't worry about that. There's plenty to eat in this universe. Remember that. There's no deficiency of blessings in this universe. Always come from the place of plenty, from the place of abundance, never from the place of deficiency. In your mind, always think of abundance. Never think of deficiency. Like as if there's only a little amount, and if someone else comes and takes, then there is not enough. That's lack of abundance mentality. Okay? Always think, hey, there's so much abundance in this universe. If I eat and I help somebody else eat, there's still more. And it's true. If I teach someone else to fish, there's no lack of fish in the ocean. I just help someone else to also be fed. Right? So that kind of attitude only creates a more positive, abundant world versus people who have this mentality of protecting what they know and not sharing, not giving. In fact, sometimes even they try to derail you, even give you wrong information, and you see these kind of people. So the key is when you find those people who are like this, believe them the first time and almost cross them off your list. You don't have to be mean to them. You don't have to almost, get engaged in an argument or but know who they are. Believe them the first time and know who you're dealing with. And those guys usually adhere to the concept of the wolf pack leadership because they want to be the wolf, the alpha wolf. And they think by doing that, they're going to be the alpha wolf, and then you are going to now stay down there, be the beta and all that. So they're trying to push you down so they can stay the alpha. They have that kind of an alpha wolf mentality. Whereas we, I'm including you, we aren't the alpha wolf leaders. We are the lion pride leadership philosophy kind of leaders. Okay, we're the lion pride army. So to us, helping others is a win-win relationship. If I push you up, if I shared with you, if I teach you how to fish, if I teach you how to hunt, if I teach you how to grow, if I help you become a better leader, it only makes our world a better world. It doesn't make me any less of a leader. I'm already where I am. I'm just creating a great leader right along with me. So my army only gets bigger and better. It takes nothing away from me. If anything, it pushes me up as a leader. Why? Because I just added to my army. And my intention is not to push myself up. I'm already up. You see what I mean? Because I don't see myself as down, needing to push myself up. I got plenty of confidence. See? Those guys, I think, they have lack of confidence. So they have to push people down to feel like they're up. We don't need to push anyone down. In fact, we love to lift people up. We give them hands up. We don't give them, push downs. That's the difference between a lion pride leadership philosophy and the alpha wolf pack leadership philosophy. You got it? So chat with you on the next video.